Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Gautam Prakash, and today we will be uh, going into the basics of computer networks, followed by the types of computer networks in terms of geographical area. Uh, so, to start off, we'll be going on to computer networks, and in the later videos, we will be covering about OSI model and different networking devices also. So, what is a basic computer network? A network is nothing but um, if two computers want to communicate with each other, they have to have some type of connection or protocols or rules. All these comes under computer networks. So basically, any device, computing device, which includes not only computers but electronic gadgets as mobile phones, smart devices, or any type of sensors that are connected onto a network. So if they want to communicate, they have to follow certain rules, connection topologies, and all those stuff. So, uh, so that is basically a computer network. So on a geographical area categorization, a computer network can be categorized as in terms of its size as PAN, LAN, WAN, and MAN. There are few other variants as well, but these are the basic things. So we'll be moving on to PAN. PAN stands for Personal Area Network. So what a PAN network is, we will be using devices like computer mouse, computer keyboard, or Bluetooth, or our personal devices like uh, tablets and all. So the PAN area network is limited to those devices. Like for say an example, if suppose we are to connect our mobile phone with say a Bluetooth device like a headphone, what we can use is a connection called PAN or Personal Area Network. So we'll send on our connection to the Bluetooth, and Bluetooth will associate the connection with headphone, and thus a personal area network is formed. A personal area network, the advantage of personal area network is that you can connect a variety of devices, preferably your personal devices, limiting to a distance of 10 meters. So you don't have to go for technologies like LAN or WAN in case you just need to use your headphone or use your computer mice assets. So this would be very efficient when you have to manage small distance communications. So that's about PAN. And PAN, the another one major disadvantage of PAN is that sometimes connection get interference due to other connections. So PAN can create such variations in or disturbance in other networks. So that's about PAN. So we will be moving on to LAN. LAN stands for Local Area Network. So basically, a simple example would be a home network or a library or a college wherein we have different devices or nodes. Nodes means node can mean a computer as such, a mobile device, or a printer, a sharing device like a printer also. So basically, our intention is to the creation of LAN at the time of creation of LAN. The intention was to make a network so efficient that you could share everything, including files, softwares, and even the internet. Yes, I meant it right. You could share your files through the same network. You could even share resources like your printer, like your plotter, and all those can be shared using a LAN network. And also even your ISP you could just take a connection to your home using a lease line or something like that, and you could share that with the rest of their devices or computer. A typical example is Wi-Fi or wireless LAN. That is, we have a connection at our home, and using the wireless modem or Wi-Fi, we share it on to our different devices like mobile and computers and laptops and so on. So this is LAN. LAN is restricted to, like you say, around a home or around a building. So the important thing about LAN is that it's comparatively high speed when compared to PAN or something like that, because there is a direct connection, usually an Ethernet or a wireless device LAN that is up to speed of 500 megabits and more. So another important thing about LAN is it's comparatively costlier than a personal area network. So that's sort of a disappointment or a disadvantage when we think about LAN. So that's about LAN. Then let me just brief you on a figure regarding LAN so we can explain WAN from that. So we have two computers sharing a printer. So this can be a topology. I'll explain what is a topology or a network topology in the later class. So this is a connected network or a local area network. So a collection of these, a multiple collection of these can be termed as a WAN or wide area network. A typical example of WAN can be the internet or World Wide Web. So we can set up WANs if a country is willing to do or a big organization is willing to do, but it needs a little bit of engineering and all. So when I've already told you that WAN is a group of LAN. So this LAN needs to be connected, right? So to connect these LANs, we have various options. For say, you could connect using telephone line, or you could connect using fiber optics or like Ethernet or something like that, and you have the option of radio waves. In real world, the radio waves you could visualize like the 3G, 4G, 5G, HSPA, CDMA, all these connection technologies come under the radio waves when you're connecting between different lines. And when fiber optics, your broadband, high-speed broadband comes under the fiber optics, and telephone line, your DSL, ADSL and dial-up connections all comes under the telephone lines. So these are the ways of interconnecting between these LANs in order to form the whole World Wide Web or a big WAN. We have different problems for creating a WAN or managing a WAN. Since it's a wide area network, we don't have a respectable standard as sorts. We have the OSI model, but in different situations, since this is a group of WAN, we don't know what others have to offer or what networking devices they are having. So more errors tends to creep up in WAN. So the management of wide area network is pretty difficult. The maintenance is difficult, the administration is difficult, and all those stuffs come into play. And furthermore, it's really expensive to maintain. But the best thing is that I could share this video because of the technologies like WAN, and you could see this video due to technology like WAN. So hope you understand how WAN works. It's a group of LAN. Always think it's a group of LAN. It can be extended to worldwide or to a country or source. So that is WAN. Now finally we have MAN or Metropolitan Area Network. So you guys might be wondering, we have PAN, LAN and WAN, and what is the need of such a network? So this is a special case which is most used in private enterprises or corporate. I would demonstrate MAN using an example. Suppose you have two companies, say X and Y, which are located in and around a town and which are in a distance of under 50 kilometers, and you have to set up a private connection so as to share some sensitive data which they are not willing to share between, say, a World Wide Web or using the internet. So they will create a MAN network which is a group of underground fiber cables, and they will connect a direct connection between the two buildings. Now the thing is that they could connect, since it's a direct connection without any uplink or delays, they could send data between to and from X and Y in an independent, secure manner. So the main purpose of MAN is a private, independent, fast network which is reliable and secure. So that's the need for a MAN. It's highly expensive to set up a MAN, and we don't usually see it in personal use and all. Only for corporate enterprise use we use MAN. So MAN, you could see MAN as the size of MAN can be in between of a LAN and a WAN. So that's about MAN. Hope you understand our class. So the lecture session is over, and now we will be moving on to solving some important questions from these topics which had occurred in various competitive examinations. So these are multiple choice questions. So I'll be reading out the questions and the options, and you guys could pause the video and just think about it or answer it. So here we go. The first question is, data communication system within a building or campus is A, WAN, B, MAN, C, LAN, D, PAN. So the it's clearly mentioned in the question, it's building or campus, like small area. So the answer is C, WAN. Sorry, C, LAN. Next question. Uploading photo from mobile to desktop computer is an example of A, PAN, B, LAN, C, WAN, D, PAN, MAN. In this case, the question is we are uploading the photo from our personal device like a mobile to a desktop. So since it's a personal device onto another personal device, we could categorize it as A, PAN, or personal area network. The next question is data communication system spanning states, countries, or whole world is A, LAN, B, WAN, C, MAN, D, PAN. The whole world means which is a wide area. So we go for the option B, WAN, or wide area network, where the internet exists. So the next question is internet is an example of most common type of dash network. A, LAN, B, MAN, C, PAN, and D, WAN. It's very similar to the last question. Internet is under WAN, so we go for the option D, WAN. So moving on, the next question is internet access provided by A, LAN, B, interwork, C, WAN, and D, MAN. A similar question modeled in a different way. So the option will be, since it's associated with internet, we go for C, WAN. And moving on, the network that is designed for customers who need high speed connectivity across a small town or a city. The options are A, LAN, B, MAN, C, WAN, and D, PAN. The option clearly states they need a high speed connection along with a constraint that it's restricted to a city or a town. So which means we go for, you guessed it right, yeah, MAN, metropolitan area network. It's a small area or a town and they need a high speed connection, so they would go for option B, MAN. And next question, rearrange the three computer networks MAN, PAN, LAN, WAN in descending order in terms of the area covered. So the options are A, MAN less than PAN, option A, PAN less than MAN less than LAN less than WAN. Option B, PAN less than LAN less than MAN less than WAN. Option C, WAN less than LAN less than MAN less than PAN. Option D, LAN less than MAN less than WAN less than PAN. Lot of ANDs and LANs. So as you probably guess, the order is B, PAN, a small area ranging from 10 meters, LAN around a building, small building, MAN across a city, and finally WAN, the whole world. The option is B. Moving on, we got 4G long-term evolution or LTE internet connection is based on A, WAN, B, LAN, C, MAN, and D, PAN. I've explained in the class that when connecting different groups of LAN, we go for when it comes to radio waves, we go for 4G and all. So it comes under A, WAN. So the next question is maximum range of PAN is A, 10 meters, B, 5 meters, C, 21 meters, and D, 30 meters. So the option is A, 10 meters. Just when you think about PAN, just think about Bluetooth and its connection range. It's just a 10 meter or so. So the answer is A, 10 meters. So moving on to the final question, which among these is the least secure network? Option A, PAN, option B, LAN, option C, MAN, and option D, WAN. Yeah, you probably guessed it right. The answer is D, WAN. The reason is simply because WAN is a wide area network. It has lots of nodes or computer network connected into it, and so as the number of devices increases, the probability of getting a virus or a threat or unethical access to a computer system increases. So the answer is D, WAN. So this is it for this video. Hope you like our classes. Please do subscribe and like to our channel, and see you in the next class.